Welcome to Basement Movie Room. We are here to review a couple movies tonight on Twitch. If you're not joining us on Twitch, well, I don't blame you because we don't have a regular schedule, so it's hard to join us on Twitch. But in any case, for YouTube, we are going to review two movies. Bring Her Back for October, spooky month, spoopy month, as you may say, and One Cut of the Dead. So we're going to go forward with Bring Her Back as the first film we review tonight. And Bring Her Back is from the same crew that brought us Talk to Me, which you may have seen. I'm going to post that review because we did a couple weeks ago before October started. But we're going to go ahead and post that review first, and then Bring Her Back will be the next review. Bring Her Back is fucking insane, to be honest. It's insane, but also pretty well regarded. An Australian film, like the previous one, although I wasn't sure if it's Australian or Kiwi.
Yep.
But it is Australian, based on the Google lookup.
The Wikipedias.
Yeah, the Wikipedias. So, Bring Her Back is a movie from recent year, 2024 18. Probably.
Oh no, 2025.
Yeah, it's 2024, 2025 movie.
Not 18.
And from the same guys that brought us Talk to Me, which you've seen the review from us if you're watching our reviews, which you may not be, but if you should, watch that review as well. We're going to do that one. So Bring Her Back is, man, it is hard to describe this movie because it is fucked up.
Yeah, just trauma.
So basically, Bring Her Back features a couple of protagonists, as I will put them, in Andy and his stepsister, who is blind, Piper. Their dad, I guess it's technically her stepdad, Piper's stepdad, Andy's dad, dies at the beginning of the movie in a horrific way. I'm assuming drug-related.
Yeah.
Seems like he OD'd.
They left that pretty wide open, though.
They did. They don't really go into that. Excuse me. So, he dies at the beginning of the film in a pretty horrific way, which some full frontal male nudity in this movie. So if you're kind of scared of that, don't watch this movie. But I gotta recommend you watch this movie because it's pretty fantastic ultimately. So the dad dies. The two kids are put into the system essentially and assigned to a caretaker. At first, Piper is going to be assigned to this one lady named Sharon, I believe was her name, played by Sally Hawkins. But Andy is kind of a troublemaker.
She ain't sharing.
Man, she ain't sharing nothing. So Sharon takes Andy and Piper into her home. She's got one other child in her home named Oliver. And so they move in and kind of weird things start to happen. Ollie is definitely odd. And there's this whole scene at the first of the film where there's this like possession of an individual. And you slowly get more information in that possession throughout the movie. And Ollie is obviously the possessed child in this movie. Ollie's actor, being like 10, 12 years old, is fantastic in this movie. And so essentially, Ollie is possessed. And Sharon is taking care of him and welcoming these two new kids in the home whose dad just passed away. Stepdad, dad, whatever. I'm going to just say dad. So basically they get into Sharon's house and kind of, it's a little weird. Ollie's a little weird. He doesn't talk. And throughout the movie, and I don't know if there's much more I can go into without spoilers. So spoilers from here on out. Spoilers. Ollie is essentially a demon, essentially. There's like a salt ring around the house that keeps Ollie contained. But essentially, Sharon is out to bring back her dead daughter, Kathy, who was also blind. Piper is blind, if I didn't mention that already. Piper's blind. She's trying to bring back Kathy into the body of Piper, and the movie kind of just takes off from there. It's hard to explain the plot of this movie without saying that. So Piper is kind of like the vessel that Sharon wants to bring Kathy back into. So throughout the movie, we get these VHS tapes of this possession that's bringing back a dead person into a new body. So Sharon has discovered this VHS tape and is watching it to figure out how to bring back her daughter Kathy into the body of Piper. Andy's uncomfortable throughout this movie, and Andy is played as like the bad guy in this movie by Sharon and by technically like the family services division that's working with them. So it's really hard to go into much more in this movie. It really is. There's not much to say on what happens in this movie without spoiling the total movie, because it's hard to. It's extremely hard to kind of go through this without spoiling the movie. But Andy is played up as a bad guy. Like Sally Hawkins plays Sharon or Cher.
You follow Andy throughout.
Yeah, Andy's kind of your point of view.
Yeah,
and Andy is concerned about Piper and Sharon throughout the whole movie. He at some point discovers that Ollie is actually a kidnapped kid that Sharon has kidnapped and essentially put this demon inside to bring back the
doing all these rituals.
It's crazy.
Watching crazy YouTube videos or whatever to figure out
it's on VHS.
VHS to bring your daughter back.
Yeah. So
just insane.
The movie kind of follows from there. I'm not going to really spoil the whole movie, but basically just suffice to say that Sharon is the bad guy in this movie, and that she is just quite crazy. I mean, you kind of, if you have a child, you understand like the loss of a child can be absolutely devastating, and she's kind of crazy from that. Essentially. So basically she's trying to create her dead child from Piper using this kidnapped child who's like infested by a demon. Like we're never really clear on the demon, except that he can't go out the side of the salt line. And Andy takes him out of the salt line one time because it's just crazy. You need to watch it basically to understand exactly what we're talking about.
The salt perimeter keeps.
I assume it's salt.
The demon inside.
Yeah, I assume it's salt.
Once he gets outside of that line,
he's back to kind of.
First time he
could talk
a little bit.
Yeah. So the movie follows that story through the eyes of Andy and then somewhat Piper at the end of it. You kind of get Piper's point of view towards the end of it. But I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was an absolutely fantastic film.
So many ways you can go with that film. Like, we were both talking like, I don't think this is gonna end well.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was gonna end well,
and it didn't.
It doesn't end well.
It doesn't end well, but it ends sort of.
As far as we know, sort of okay.
You feel okay with it?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah, the kidnapped child does ultimately get rescued.
But by the end of it, though, I think we're just as messed up as the lady holding the kids in the house. We're like, oh, okay, we can settle.
Yeah.
For this ending.
Yeah. It's a wild ending where Sharon ultimately has a change of heart, because technically, according to the canon, Sharon has to kill Piper to bring her back as Kathy, her child.
Yeah.
And she ultimately changes her mind, and I assume Sharon's dead at the end of the film, but I don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, you don't actually know if Sharon's dead, but it looks like she is.
And
maybe she is. And this is Sally Hawkins.
It left a lot of open ends, and yeah.
Yeah, this is Sally Hawkins, who you may recognize from Shape of Water.
Yeah.
She's in the water again.
She's got a water fetish.
She's got a water fetish for sure. So it's a very odd film.
She's very pruny. She's got to be all wrinkly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'd throw that in there.
Makes sense. So I mean, it's a very weird film.
Yeah, but I mean,
worth watching.
The whole time you're intrigued, and there's some pretty grotesque moments that you're experiencing.
It's extremely grotesque.
Yeah, I mean, it's
this is body horror.
Yeah, shock body horror. That
yeah,
you're like, oh, and you see it coming, but you don't see what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and what happens sometimes is like, oh my gosh, okay, look away. No, can't stop watching. Yeah,
it's hard to stop watching, but it's difficult to watch. Andy, the DFS worker, family services worker, dies in horrific ways in this movie, and it's just Sharon's like PTSD from her daughter drowning in her pool. It's just like extreme. It's extremely difficult to watch.
We're not trying to spoil the ending or anything. Yeah, it's hard. This is a hard one to not dive into the ending without.
Yeah, it's very hard not to spoil this movie. Yeah. But I don't want to spoil it. Ultimately, if you want to watch it, but I mean, I'd say watch this film. Because it's, especially if you like Talk to Me, watch this film because it's from the same creators.
This is for me. This is way better than Talk to Me.
Oh yeah, you think it's way better?
Yeah.
I think it's probably a little bit better. Yeah. Talk to Me is fantastic. This movie is like hypes it up to the nth degree, and really just extremely makes their style better.
There's so many levels there too. Like it dives into a lot of like the abuse thing. There's a lot of things involved in this movie that can like deep dive into
these poor kids
and dissect it.
Yeah, and I almost think it's a commentary on like the family services system in placing kids with these people that may not be proper in placing them with. And through my actual work, what I do as an attorney, it certainly strikes a chord with where these kids are placed. And most, I'll say most kids are placed with very good people, but certainly some people are not out for the best interest of those kids. And that's kind of what this movie dives into is
that tax credit.
Yeah. Tax credit, the state funding, things like that. Yeah. But this one is really fantastic study.
There's a lot of layers.
Yeah.
It's an onion.
It's an onion.
It's an onion.
You got to peel back the layers.
Yeah. There's a lot of layers on this one.
Yeah. It certainly is. And like we said, we don't really know if Sharon's dead at the end of this film or if she's going to see some prison time. Clearly she is with what happens in the movie. We don't
know if there's anybody dead, to be honest.
No, except probably Andy. Andy's probably dead at the end of this film.
But is he?
Dum, dum. That's a good question. So... yeah, I mean, music in this movie is kind of non-existent.
No, not. Yeah.
I mean, there's licensed music.
Movies like this they're kind of the score is very. It's sublime or
subdued.
Subdued.
That's
sublime.
What you're looking for.
Yeah, subdued.
Yeah.
Words.
Like there's a lot of licensed music which I don't recognize, so it must be Australian or New Zealand type music. So it doesn't really, as an American audience, it doesn't really strike a chord with us because we don't recognize it. But
you don't
maybe as an Australian,
cycle.
Yeah,
You know,
there's nothing like that.
yeah,
There's nothing like that.
which there may have been, but we didn't notice it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's out there, but yeah, I mean, worth watching. Absolutely.
if you can stomach a little bit of gore,
No, it's a little bit.
a lot of gore,
A lot of gore.
and kids getting hurt.
Yeah, that's the thing. Kids getting hurt is that punch to the face of Piper. Oh my God, it's absolutely terrifying.
I mean, I don't know how they did that without.
Yeah, they punched her in the face.
We're gonna dive into that kind of cut in our next movie.
Yeah, one cut of the dead coming up.
Cut of the dead.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's really all I have to say about this film. So
check it out.
Yeah, I'll go first since this was my pick, and it was an obvious pick, seeing as we did Talk to Me, and this this just came on HBO Max as of today, and I was like, that's a perfect film for us to watch.
Yeah. Because
we don't get together every week. We get together when we can.
When we can, yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, holy shit, bring her back.
It's a way to start.
We got to get that. So we got that in. But yeah, so I'll go first on kind of like the rating. And for me, this is 4.5.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think this is the top end of the horror film. And horror is maybe not the exact, this is more thriller.
Are you saying horror?
Horror?
Or horror?
Horror film. It's a horror film. Where are all the white women at? So yeah, horror film. Horror.
Right.
Not horror film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not watching Horror Part 2.
I got it now. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a 4.5 on this one. What do you got?
4.5. Can I go points?
No, but you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I would go slightly higher to 4.7.
Nice.
I love that.
So
movie.
Damn near perfect.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
The only thing that got me was the police.
That's why weren't the police involved
That's
earlier?
Why I deducted points.
That's true. Why weren't police involved earlier? Because it's
if you watch it, you'll understand.
You'll understand. The police should have been involved. Like, the DFS worker goes to the house and no police. Why would you not have police based on what Andy is telling you? Why? Yeah, it makes no sense.
Bring a sheriff out there.
Maybe that's what they do in Australia.
Let the sheriff get. Not going to spoil.
Sheriff Dundee.
Oh, he showed up.
That's not a knife.
Credits rolling.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Oi. Come here.
Yeah.
Under arrest.
Where's Paul Hogan these days? That's all I want to know. Where the hell's Paul Hogan? We need Paul Hogan in more films.
He's surfing.
He last one he did was Almost an Angel. And where's Paul Hogan?
Wow. Almost an Angel.
It's 1996.
Yeah. I think we found a new movie to watch.
We're gonna watch that as soon as Spooky Month is over.
Yeah, we'll watch that in December.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, 4, 5, 4, 7.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Fantastic movie. Definitely need to check it out.
Yep.
The end.
Until next time.
Next time on Basement Movie Room.